All right, I'm just going to give you like a big idea of who I am, my teaching philosophy, my philosophy on classroom discipline, and how you can help your child and talking to me, how you can talk to me. The specifics about the different classes I'll save for each class, because grade 1 and grade 2 are completely different, right? The levels, what we're learning, how we're learning, it changes drastically in those 2 years. So basically my background, I am Canadian, I'm 37, and I'm married. My wife is Taiwanese. I used to work with computers. I was in computer networking, actually out of high school. And then I traveled a while, I was volunteer teaching, and I realized that I actually love teaching. So I went back to Canada, I went to university, and I got my English literature degree, and I was 1 credit away from a minor in linguistics. So I definitely have a big a love of English, a love of English literature, and a love of languages. My hobbies, my hobby is learning things. So basically, I have about 6 months of interest in many, many different topics. So for 6 months, I'll study something, I'll learn how to do it, and then I'll learn something else. I just really, truly love the learning process, whether it's rock climbing, or computer programming, or drawing. I just really enjoy getting better at something. And then after 6 months, it gets much harder. So I learn something new. Okay, basically my teaching philosophy for children is that the #1 most important thing is confidence. In Canada, a lot of kids grow up thinking that they're bad at math. This is like, I don't know if this is a thing in Taiwan too, but you'll hear this, like your whole life you'll hear people say, oh, I'm just bad at math. I'm just bad at math. And I really think that that's really terrible, because math is something I did for 6 months as well, and like you can really improve at math if you have a good way of studying and learning it. And I think that happens with English in Taiwan. So what I really want kids to know is they can learn English. They can get better, right? And what I always say is we're trying to progress. It's progress, not perfection. We're not competing with the other students. We're not trying to be as good as the other students. We're trying to steadily improve and to feel good about that improvement, right? So the difficulty is that our program is difficult, right? So we've got to push the kids and make them confident while they continue to struggle, right? It's very challenging. It's very emotional. It's a very emotional thing. So, one second. Yeah, so basically I want them to like English. And what I see my job as, even maybe, like obviously to teach the fundamentals, to teach the phonics, the grammar, to teach them those things, but I also feel that my job is to be inspiring for the children in the way like a fun older brother, like someone fun to play with, and to like I teach them games, I teach them songs, and English is their way of having fun with me, right? It sounds like I'm tricking them, but like it's a very fun trick, you know, like because I truly enjoy it. I really enjoy watching them get better. Teaching grade 1 is so fascinating. Like watching a child at the beginning of grade 1 and the end of grade 1 is so amazing how much they learn. My wife, sorry to the parents who've already heard this story last year, but I always tell this story. My wife never went to Bushiban, and when she was like 13 or 14, she listened to ICRT, and she heard Bon Jovi, and she was like, who's this Bon Jovi? And then she like fell in love with Bon Jovi, and she like just learned English so that she could learn Bon Jovi songs. So she could know how to do that, and because he like inspired her, right? And I want to do the same kind of thing, but in like a more playful, childlike way. So that's kind of like the basis of my philosophy: the confidence and to inspire them, and then my discipline philosophy and my teaching philosophy, they kind of go together, and that is to be consistent, to always, always be consistent. The way that the classes are taught, the structure of the classes is consistent. It's on the board, it's broken down. I model one sentence for them at the beginning of the paper, and then they do the paper by themselves as far as they can go, right? And then, if there's time, I start to write the answers. So the kids that are more advanced, they have an opportunity to solve the problems by themselves. And the kids who are struggling, that gives me some time to help them, and then I write the answers. The amount of work we have, this way of teaching means there will be unfinished pages in their books, especially for grade 2. That will be their homework, is the unfinished pages. Grade 1, right now, is not like that, but it will be. I'll talk about that more in the classes. Grade 1 right now, they are completing every page, like everything together. Yeah, the consistency. I am a strict teacher. The rules are followed in my classroom, but I also try my best to never ever yell and to never ever use anger. Never be angry with a child. I truly believe, many people don't believe this, but I really believe everybody all the time is doing their best. I really believe that nobody's being lazy. Everyone's trying their best. I know it's kind of weird, but I really believe that if they could work harder, they would work harder. If they could understand better, they would understand better. No one wants to be bad. Everyone wants to succeed. Right? Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of work. Our classes are 40 minutes long. It's very intense. It's really intense. It's an intense 40 minutes. And it has to be consistent. And they have to be in class at 8 o'clock. From 8 o'clock to 8:10, they're settling down into class. There's no parents. No one's in class. It starts at 8:10. It's very important. Alright, yeah, 2 more things. How to help your child and talking to me. So, with the grade 1 parents, I know that there's some parents who struggle with English, right? That's very normal. We live in Taiwan, right? I will schedule a time to do how to teach your child phonics class with parents. Even if you don't struggle with English, you might be interested in doing that. For the grade 2 class, I will do a how to teach grammar to your child class, right? If your child is in grade 2, I keep going to other things, but if your child is in grade 2 and struggling with grammar, you don't teach them grammar from the grade 2 text. You have to teach them earlier grammar. Okay, talking to me. A parent said something to me that I found really interesting that I never heard before, and that is that parents are scared to criticize the teacher because they are scared the teacher will be mean to their child. I will never be mean to your child. You could directly spit in my face and I will never be mean to your child. Your child and you are like very separate people to me. You know what I mean? Like they're very separate. I'm really open to criticism. I really am. Some of the best things I've learned, almost all the best things I've learned about teaching are from people criticizing me or people giving me advice. I'm really open to it. You know, it might hurt for a second, but then I'll think about it. I'm very open. I get lots of good advice from parents. I get lots of good feedback, so don't be afraid. I'll never be mean to your kid. You know? Yeah. I'll try not to. Yeah, the other reason to talk to me, the other thing I've noticed is a lot of the times parents who are worried should not be worried. And parents that are not worried should be a lot more worried. I've really noticed this. I know that every parent, most parents are overly worried. It's natural. But talk to me and I will tell you. If there's one thing that's scary about me, is I'm very, very direct. Right? I don't have the talk around the topic. I will say it directly, your child struggles here. This is a problem. This is a problem. Right? And if that makes you lose face or feel bad, I'm very sorry. But I really want your child to succeed more than I want you to save face. You know what I'm saying? My interest is your child. Yeah. That's it. I'll talk about the specifics with the grade 1 and grade 2 classes. Okay? Thanks, guys. Okay.